So I'm walking over into town because there's a big gathering there. This time of year, a lot of people come and visit their families in the little town. They come from far away and they party for like 3 days. It's pretty neat. I don't partake in it right now because actually I'm supposed to pay a cooperation fee for the party and I don't have money to pay it this year, so I'm not going to go to the party if I'm not able to support it. And you know, the party's the same every year anyway. But it's still nice people. I used to really enjoy it. I would enjoy it again. But I'm also kind of still avoiding crowds a lot. I did meet a nice guy who's down here visiting. He gave me a nice little present. I just met him, but he was a really nice guy. So, and then now I'm going over to a friend's restaurant. And she's going to give me some food. I've got a Tupperware in this bag, and I assume it's a gift. Of course I'll pay if it isn't, but I think they're trying to include me in the party as much as they can, but they know I never go out for parties. I've been so isolated for so long, and it's just nice that they're such sweet people. And I'll probably pick up a couple beers as well. It's nice having to walk into town for beer, because then I only get beer if I get some exercise. Right now it's 2:52, so the heat of the day is mostly gone, and also today it was kind of cloudy, so I'm loving that the rain's coming back. Unfortunately, my roof does leak, and so I've got probably about a $15,000 roofing job to do just to replace the main roof material, and then I need to fix my skylights because they're old polycarbonate ones, and what I need to do is price out frosted glass, and that would diffuse the light. I could instead, I guess, just get straightforward glass. Of course, it'd be tempered in case there's an earthquake. I don't want it, you know, sharp glass spraying down on me. But I would get it too big, make sure it can't fall in, regardless of what kind of, you know, big, huge storm hits. Because like one year, my skylight just ripped right off. And several of the other ones have very old polycarbonate. Like, it's at least 20 years old. Probably more like 30, which means it's past the warranty. And I don't really like polycarbonate because you know you're going to have to replace it someday. If I got glass, it would last forever. Anyway, so going into town, I've had a couple extra dogs yesterday and last night because one of the things they do for this party is they light off a lot of fireworks, and the dogs don't like that. It scares the hell out of them. But it's all right. I like these dogs. I'm happy to be their sanctuary, their safe place. And another thing about that, though, is that I think I have a rule here against noisy fireworks. I don't know that I have to have a rule against fireworks in general. I don't think that's a requirement. But I have a rule against noisy fireworks because animals just don't like it. But we could figure out like pretty ones. You know, we could have multicolored, sparky fireworks. I thought about building a whole volcano, actually. It'd be really cool to build a volcano in a more public location, and perhaps even make one in town as well. One that, at certain special times, inside of the volcano, it would be like a faux concrete, or no, it'd be concrete, colored concrete, all sculpted like a mountain, and you know, it could have little spots for water on it, or some plants, and then a route down it where from the inside we could actually deliver some kind of lava type stuff, some kind of red hot glowing lava, and then have a smoke machine inside there that can spew smoke out, and that would be pretty cool. Wouldn't take, you know, more than a big one. And then Yeah, and then set a schedule for special times when this thing goes off. Perhaps make a plan so that the volcano would look cool during the day and also at night. So that maybe you fire it up just as dusk is approaching, or I guess it doesn't matter, you could do it at different times. But that seems like a pretty cool idea. And whatever plants you put on it could be like things that look like tiny trees. I have a succulent that's like that, and from a distance it would look like it was trees. That'd be pretty neat. You know, just trying to think of alternatives to noisy fireworks. Another nice alternative, if we want things to be in the sky, would be drones with lights on them. And they could do light shows and stuff. That's become more common. And I have thought about having a drone fest here and just inviting all kinds of people who have a drone, and then have a whole bunch of areas around here that are listed that are good places to go and drone it well. And the result would probably be that all the properties around here would sort of get mapped out. So I might even be able to benefit from it. But mainly it would just be the fun of it. I could invite some drone vendors, people who sell drones. I could have a class for basic drone use and advancing people's skills as well. Maybe have a competition or a race. That'd be pretty great. Another thing about dogs, as I think about having them here, is my dogs don't bark very much. They don't even bark at dogs that bark at them. And I don't know how I trained them to be like that. I guess when they were puppies, I guess I was just kind of really on them. You know, and I reinforced behavior and I discouraged others. But what I don't like is when I walk around in town, dogs behind fences will bark at me a lot, and because I'm with dogs. But they would bark if I was just by myself too, but they really bark at dogs a lot. And I think that one of the rules in the forest here should be that any dogs that we have involved get trained not to be barking dogs. And that a dog has to even apply. Of course, the owner would be the one typing out the application, because I don't know any dogs that can type very well. But they would need to, you know, make sure their dog was well behaved, because I have had people bring dogs that were, you know, they assured me it would not be a problem. Dogs are all surprised. Hey, get out of my way. Fuck off. See, they're getting all antsy because of that. Getting all nervous. Get out of my way. So yeah, making sure dogs are well behaved. I mean, I sort of see dogs and children as get out of my way! You're gonna trip me. Okay, fuck off. Fuck off. Oh, it's gonna be noisy in town. The party's just starting up again. Bye.